a super full moon in Aquarius. So I'm going to be asking what's the best course of action for us this full moon. Hope that I, have a lot of lovely people watching this video, which I'm sure I do. And yeah, that everyone's okay. It's a super full moon, so you might feel really, really charged and very, very emotional. But there's that coolness with Aquarius, so you might feel emotional about your own coolness. Either it's being like you feel like you don't have enough freedom, or you need to get out more and join like-minded people, or you might just have a complete revelation about your life and think, no, I don't belong in the little slot that I've put myself in. So yeah, so it's interesting, it could go either way, but you're likely to feel passionate about freedom. So yeah, but I will shuffle the cards and see what they say, see if I'm right. Couple of cards just came flying out. You kind of have to use your intuition with cards that fly out the deck. Sometimes I do count them, sometimes I don't, just if it feels right. If it feels like I've just dropped a card, then generally speaking I don't count it. But if it seems like it literally flew out the deck, then I do count it. But you kind of have to see how it goes and see what your intuition is telling you. Like the cards that dropped just now, they seem to fly out the deck. And sometimes you just want the tarot to kind of tell you a story that you've chosen, I think, which is why some people don't count flying cards, because you just want the cards that you've properly shuffled for, I suppose. So yeah. Right. The first card that came out is no, I'm going to read it upright. It's the Devil. So yeah, so you might well be feeling that bondage and that kind of, where is my freedom? How have I enslaved myself? How do I get back to a state of grace that includes, what freedom means to me? So that kind of syncs with what I was saying. Likely to feel passionate about your freedom and not prepared to be enslaved anymore, not prepared to be less than you are, I think. And you're gonna have to protect the freedom that you fought for already. The mental freedom to just be who you are. You're gonna just cherish your individuality, and protect who and what you are and what you have. And you might need to, because the world is full of people who want to trap you. So, so just be careful, I think. The 3 cards I got, the first card is the 7 of Cups. I think this means that You know, we can kind of almost lose ourselves in fantasy a little bit, or not lose ourselves in fantasy, but just, you know, there's a plethora of options before us, and we're going to have to decide which one we want and go with our daydreams and fantasies to find out what that is. There's great truth in a lot of daydreams and fantasies. And I read a quote the other day that said, you know, you can do anything if you have the drive, the ambition, and the support. So just decide, you know, what you want to come true, and you know, and don't just sit around daydreaming. I think, following on from the devil, you know, you don't want to just sit around daydreaming. You want to protect what you have, guard what you have, defend what you have, and then spend some time daydreaming and thinking about your wishes, your desires, and which ones you want to come true. You know, to give you more freedom. You know, to make you who you really are is what I'm trying to say. The second card is Justice Reversed. I always think that with, I think I've said this before in a video, but I always think that with a reverse card, you go back to the upright meaning of the previous card because you haven't quite completed that lesson. So the card before Justice is the Wheel of Fortune. So just, you know, just go with life's changes and realize that life isn't always fair. You know, but yeah, but if there's a state of imbalance, if your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, and your fantasies are telling you that there's a state of imbalance, then you need to correct it. You need to take steps to balancing the scales again, and so it's upright. So that, you know, because the world, justice reversed, the world is unfair. The world is unfair. People are unfair. Lots of unfairness happens, you know, to a lot of good and bad people. You know, everyone's got a story, but it's just about how, you know, you just kind of keep fighting for justice, keep fighting to be who you are, and to put things back into play the way they were meant to be. I think Rachel Pollack said that when you see the Justice card. She's a great tarot card reader. I love her books. She said when you see the Justice card, it's a sign that things are going your way, the way they're meant to be. But when it's reversed, you might not feel that, so you need to flip it to get that, yep, my life is going along the road it's meant to be kind of feeling. Final card I'm going to draw, Four of Swords. Take some time out, rest, retreat, you know, meditate, contemplate. Usually with a full moon, you feel like it's generally a period of activity, but this full moon is saying, no, we're going to take the time out to just rest, retreat, reflect, and be in solitude, you know, and just, you know, kind of come away from the world a bit, I think, and just take some time out. Yeah. Card from the top of the deck is the Lovers reversed. I think this means that we're all gonna be taking a break from maybe traditional love relationships, or just working out how our relationships are in balance, or how our relationships are curtailing our freedom and independence and our individuality, and just getting back to, if the Lovers is reversed, you need to return to the lesson before, which is the Hierophant. So maybe rediscover that conformity, which goes against everything I've been saying in this video. But yeah, you know, go back, see what other people think the idea of freedom is, and how you find that within conventional roles. And then when you have conventional love, it's a great sounding, when you have conventional love, It's a great sounding board, something to spring off for an unconventional love, because you kind of have to know what conventional is to know what unconventional is, I suppose. So that's what I think that card is saying. And then the advice from the tarot, I always take a card as an advice card. 9 of Cups reversed. Don't wish your life away. Don't wish your life away. Keep on. Have a clear view of reality, because you are going to have to work hard to flip that to that, and you're going to need to protect what you have, because the devil is a fearsome enemy. We are our own worst enemies. The devil is a fearsome enemy. So just, you're going to have to work hard, to to make your wishes come true and get a feeling of satiety and abundance, I suppose. So yeah, okay. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic full moon. If you're a witch, have a happy as bat. And yeah, hope that's made sense and hope it helps. And here's to the full moon in Aquarius. Yay! Okay, bye.